Hi everyone, this is Maris from Maris Art. I thought today I'd give you a mini tutorial on making your own washi tape. I'm making a, excuse me, a Japanese steampunk book. So my washi tape will be made from this Japanese newspaper, which I got from a shop up the road called Made in Japan, and they wrap all their things in newspapers, and I just went and asked for one. So what you'll need is some tape, of course, and I've got two sizes of tape, and I think I'll use this wider one because I want things printed on it, stamped on it. And then you'll need some inks. This one is Wild Honey by Ranger Distress Ink, Tim Holtz. This one is Vintage Photo. This one's a new one, so it hasn't got a pad on the back of it. I'll be using these, and then when I've finished I'll put the pad on the back here so that I don't get it mixed up with any other colours. If you haven't got these little tools, then what you can use is just a makeup sponge. They work just as well. And this is Stays On. I don't know whether I'll use this because it's rather dark, the black, so this is a bit of experimenting. Then there's some stamps. So there's clocks because it's steampunk. There's one that's like a grid, and then there's little things that I might use just on their own, like this key, this image here, or the wings. Now I won't use that because it's Japanese. I might use the little owl. That's an owl. And then there's a little bee, which because it's that, oh, wrong one, because it's that wide, maybe that won't work, but the little wings might work on it. Right, so that's what we're going to do today. So first of all, I'm going to put all these things aside and choose an area on this, as it's got interesting things like that printing there, but I don't particularly want a photograph of a man, or I might choose this area here. So I'm just going to go through the newspaper and find an area that I want to use. You can also use things like serviettes. Right, so I'm going to try it on the edge. I've not tried this before. So what you do is you peel off the back, and then what I'm going to use is this edge here because it's stronger. And I usually throw that away anyway because I use the centre of it. So that would make rather nice washi tape, and then it'll have this little pattern on it as well. So we'll try that too. So I've done the next stage. I didn't think you needed to see me just colouring it in and putting the stamps on it. This was the first one I did, and I think it came out too dark because I put the Wild Honey on it, the Distress Ink, the Wild Honey, and I also put this one on it, the Vintage. So the next one I did is this one, and oh, there you go, you can see it. I think that one came out rather nice. It's just got the Wild Honey on it. It's actually, I thought it was rather funny. It was, it had this on the end of it, so it's actually either selling a TV in the newspaper or it's what's on TV is underneath it. Now this one is several done at once. So the sticky tape is put on the back of it. It's on the back of the other ones too. Of course, I've got to show you that. So if you're worried about doing it wrong and wasting your inks and your stamps and things like that, you could do it without the tape on the back. But I found that with the tape on the back, what I could do was fold it over and see actually what was going to be on the tape itself. So when I was stamping it, I folded it all in. So this one I didn't stamp on because I did a little bit here. Where is it? There. But the next one I could see the whole the whole thing. So I did some background on it where it's a bit plain, and then did the key on it. And I thought it came out rather nice. And then the next one, I did the key and the wings. And the last one I did the clock stamp on it. And that was a fairly plain piece of paper. Right? So what you need to do is start thinking in, just adjust the camera a minute, thinking in strips. I'll show you what I mean. I've got these from magazines. So here's one that's got little doggies all over it, which is rather nice. If you imagine a strip of this, it looks really good. And then there's this one. The magazine I get, which is called Womankind in Australia here, always has these strips down the side, which are very handy because they're there already. This was from a picture of the ocean. This was, I think it was the top of a picture of like the pyramids or something. This you could use it the width it is, or you could cut it in half. This one I'll probably use in the Japanese book and stamp on it. These ones are again from a picture, but if you imagine that in strips, it would be really nice. A strip from the side of the page again. This one was interesting. I thought that if you put, where's the thing I can put a strip down? Oh, it's got a pattern on both sides. But if you think of that just like that, or the other side, just like that, you don't have to do anything to it. This one again, you could have the strip down this pattern bit, which would be rather nice. And this one here, you could make into a nice wide one to border a page with. So if you're into florals and romantic, you could find something that's got a little tiny bit of tiny flowers on it and do that. It's just endless what you can do. You could just get plain white paper and just stamp it all. Colour it in, stamp it all. You could draw on it, you could do some Zen doodling on them. You can do anything. It's just up to your imagination. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.